Welcome back. So I'm in my SAP Cloud Platform, and the first thing which we will see is we will see if the workflow is enabled now. And for now, I have the steps which we will be following. The first step is to set up the workflow. So here we have about 8 steps, and each steps will be carried out sequentially. So the first step is to check what is the workflow status. So here what I'm looking for is previously this workflow management or workflow is subscribed or is active in my SAP Cloud Platform. So it is not. So there are a lot of steps which you have to follow to set up the workflow in SAP Cloud Platform. And what we are going to do, we are going to basically use the feature of booster which is provided. And if I go to my trial account homepage, so just inside the trial account homepage, I will find the booster. And what this booster will allow you to do is it will basically allow you to set all those services and destinations together. And here in the trial account homepage, what I will see is boosters. And if I click on this boosters, then there are multiple other boosters as well, which I can see. But what my interest is, set up account for workflow management. So what it does is it automatically takes care of a lot of settings, which you have to manually then one by one enable in your SAP Cloud Platform for working on workflow. So I will just click on the start. It's going to take few seconds and it will set up all the prerequisite for you. Now it's still starting, and you can see that it is first assigning service quota, subscribing to SaaS application, then creating service instance, creating destination, and assigning role collection. So manually you have to do all these steps if you're working with SAP Cloud Platform workflow, but now all these things are internally being carried out by the boosters. So if you are setting up the SAP Cloud Platform workflow for first time, I will highly recommend to use boosters. So it is taking some time. I'm going to pause the video, and once it is done, I'm going to resume it. So once the booster are able to successfully complete the task, you will see this screen where you have the links. So there is navigation to sub account. So go to workflow management app, the launchpad access of the workflow management, and there are a couple of other links present here. Now you can close this. So there is one more interesting thing is if there is a failure in the intermediate stage while using this booster, then you can also restart the booster again, and it will be able to set up all these things for you. Okay, I'm just not going to do that now because it's already done, and you can see that it's just running for second time. The process or the time it takes will be less than the time it takes in the first time. So that is also what you can do in your setup process as well. Okay, let me close this, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to my subscriptions, and here I'm going to verify now the workflow. So workflow management, you can see I'm already subscribed, and let's go now to BAS now, and we also have this instance running, and I'm going to start the space and development as well. So here in the workflow management, if I go into the application, I'm going to see a Fiori portal site, and this Fiori portal site is something which you will have certain tiles, and in the monitoring tools we can basically see any workflow which we deploy. So when we deploy the workflow to SAP Cloud Platform, then we will be able to see here the workflow. Currently there are 2 workflow which previously I had deployed. So these 2 workflow are present. So